Do it because you want. Do it because you love them. Don't do it because if you don't, you'll be scorned.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Love isn't transactional.
Right? Yeah. Well, unless you're a prostitute, in which case it is.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I mean, that's what you're buying.
Their taxes.
No, Matt, I don't think they do pay the taxes. I think that's the point.
Oh, well, whatever. Hey, maybe that's a good career segment then.
Yep.
Hooker accountant.
Yep. You know what? Sex worker. We'll get that on there. We'll get a sex worker on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Watch those ratings, eh?
We get one on the show. She's like, "Hi, I'm Helen. We're fucked."
Anthony, where'd you get this guest?
Yeah, Tony, not 75-year-old sex worker.
But they've got tons of experience.
Jeez.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Next question. What do you do when you can't fall asleep?
Well, true story. I just kind of I start reading random articles on my phone, man. I just instead of reading a book like I probably would have done years ago, that's what I do now.
Yep. I do the same thing. That's actually my go-to.
Yeah, but it can't be a problem. If you find something too interesting, man, it keep you up. So
I don't think it's the articles. I think it's the blue light that does it.
Well, you know what? I have a blue light filter on my phone just for that purpose.
Oh, there you go.
I read the same thing. Yeah.
Good to see you're using it.
Maybe if you read articles about blue light, then it cancels it out.
No, that just bore the crap out of me. I definitely go to sleep.
Next question. What activity makes you totally lose track of time?
Oh, man. Well, anything outdoors, man. I like fishing and surfing, and I like hiking. So anything, just an activity where I'm not having to worry about what time it is, is ideal. So
yeah, outdoors when you see the sun going down, you realize, oh, geez, I lost track of time.
Yeah, like it must be kind of late.
Sure,
that's all you know.
Yep.
The trick is I found growing up is you've been out for a good chunk of time. When the fish start biting, they stop biting, they start biting again.
Yep.
That's how we always described a good day.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, man.
What's the best thing you've ever eaten?
The best thing I've ever eaten is a little village down in Florida called Mayport. Mayport Village, they have their own shrimp. They're called Mayport shrimp. They catch them locally. And there's a little place there. And they sell the Mayport shrimp, and they're just specially steamed. And you dip them in butter. And it's the best thing on this earth, man. I've never had anything better.
That sounds amazing.
Right on.
I love
good.
shrimp. Tony's not a seafood guy, but I love it.
Yeah. Except for coconut shrimp. For some reason, is the one thing I love.
Yeah, breaded, deep fried.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, two last questions. All right. Have you ever had a crush on a fictional character? And if so, who was it? And this could be like old TV shows or...
I was in the Family Guy for a long time, and what's the old Peter's wife?
Lois Griffin.
Lois Griffin.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
It's kind of hot.
I love it.
I can see that.
Love it.
Yep.
Cool.
Like the middle for the cartoons, man.
Yep. If she's into Peter, she's got to be into some pretty freaky stuff, so.
Exactly.
That's great.
Safety word is banana.
And the last question, number 20. What's your favorite podcast that you've been on in the last 12 hours?
Well, that's a no-brainer, man. You guys, dude.
Hey, all right on. We don't win them all. So, well, we're kind of wrapping the show up there, Eric. But would you like to pitch anything or social media where people can find you?
Sure, man. My IMDb page. Just go to my IMDb. Search for Eric James Morris. That's my full name. Just you can see what we got going on, what's coming up that I'm getting credited for, and yeah, that's the best place. And then come to Facebook as well, and you can find my personal page, which is just Eric Morris and the number 2.
Okay.
And then my professional page is just Eric James Morris. So that's really the best place to find me. I mean, I do Instagram, but I'm not real active. But
Okay.
that's just Eric James Morris with no spaces.
Perfect. Well, we'll make sure we put that up on our guests page for anybody who is on the road and listening right now and would like to check it out later.
Yeah, sure. And there's an independent project that we did recently called Justice on Trial. It's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty dark story about a young black kid in the 1950s Mississippi named Emmett Till. I play Roy Bryant, who was on trial for the murder of Emmett Till, and so that pretty powerful thing. If you watch for it, it's out there. It's getting a lot of headway because of the story, and the FBI actually opened that story back up recently because they found out Roy Bryant's wife was lying about what Emmett Till supposedly said to her to possibly cause them to have the violence that they had against the young man.
Wow.
Very sad story. If you're not familiar with it, if you get a chance to see it, check it out.
Cool. We'll check that out, and we'll put that up as well. Excellent. Well, we really appreciate you taking some time out of your day for us, and hopefully we can circle back around with you after this whole COVID thing and have you back on the show at some point.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it, guys. I had a good time talking to you on this. A lot of fun.
Excellent.
Me
We did
too, man. Thanks for coming out.
All right. Well, great.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you hopefully soon.
Sounds
after
great.
The virus.
Have a great night.
Take care. Stay safe.
All right, you too, guys.
Okay. Bye.
You too, man. See you. Bye.
So this is a good time for us to pitch our social media. You could get us on our website,
thefap.ca
on Twitter.
is the Fap4,
You can get us on Instagram.
is the Fap Podcast,
Don't forget our Facebook.
the Freaking Awesome Podcast,
And you can always reach out via email.
the Fap Podcast at gmail.com.
I'm on the air, we got this podcast.
Not again.
Wicked sweet.